Hi everybody, welcome to the class, the lunchtime class. That's not very good lighting, is it, for my face? It's quite scary, isn't it? I'm going to move away from the window. That should sort that problem out. There we go, that's fine, isn't it? Okay, right everybody. Just come and stand in a space. I'm just going to flip that down a little bit. Okay, so we've got our feet underneath our hips. We're spreading our weight out between the big toe, the little toe and the heel. And our legs are going in two parallel lines coming down from the sit bones. Relax your shoulders and just feel like your rib cage is lifting up. So it's lifted up above the hips. You've got lots of space between the ribs and the hips, and your shoulders are very much relaxed. And then imagine that there's a piece of string on the back of your head that's pulling up to the ceiling. So you've got this real length going through your body, and your shoulders are just really relaxed and easy. But it is the feeling that you've got space. If we try to get taller and we try to make space, we end up actually putting ourselves in a bit of a weird position, and we end up straining and in effect compressing. But if we think about it and just think about lifting, and just think about lifting our tummy, think about lifting our ribs up, think about lifting out of the ankles, think about lengthening from the top of the head, you do get that feeling of being taller and shoulders relaxed. So less is always more, and if we start with the thought, we'll get there. If we think about it first, it will get the right muscles firing at the right time and do the thing we want it to do. We're going to start from the feet and work our way up to the top today. So I just want you guys to lift your toes and lower them. I'm aware that my feet blend in with my floor, so I want you guys to keep going. I'm going to step on my mat for this one, because then you'll be able to see my toes a bit better, hopefully. So I'm just lifting my toes and lowering them. Yeah, you can see at the side there, lifting and lowering, lifting and lowering. I'm just pulling them. It's almost like I'm pulling my toes towards me, and then I'm placing them down. When I place them down, I'm really aware that I don't want the foot to roll in and collapse. I don't want to pronate in. So as I place my toes down, I'm keeping space between big toe, little toe and heel. I'm not allowing the feet to roll in, okay? Lifting and lowering. So we're getting a really nice stretch of the foot, and we're working those toes. If we worked our feet like we work our hands, our toes would work like our hands. You know, people that haven't got hands and use their feet to do everything, they're capable of doing it, it's just that we don't do it, so they become quite lazy. But if we can get every single part of our body functioning well, we're just going to feel really good and be in a good position. So keep your toes on the floor now, and I want you to try and spread them like you're spreading your fingers, and relax. Don't worry if it doesn't feel like it's doing much, but we're going to try to. Even thinking about it's going to do something. So you spread the toes out wide, a bit like a webbed foot, and then relax. Stretch them out, should feel quite nice. Releasing, stretching those toes away, and then relaxing them. Let's do a couple more, just stretch them away. And release, let's do one more. Stretch them away. And release. Okay, so now, I'm going to come off the mat actually. So now you're going to soften your knees. So when we talk about softening the knees, I don't mean like really bend them, but what we don't want is them to like lock out. Yeah, so just keep them soft. You're just going to extend one leg forwards. Dorsiflex, plantar flex. I'll turn to the side so you can see me. Dorsiplantar, dorsiplantar. And I'm not just sort of doing that with the toes. I'm actually getting that ankle really moving. The supporting leg is slightly bending. I'm not hanging out like this into it. I'm slightly bending it. And I'm just getting those ankles moving. Okay, and then start to circle in one direction. You'll feel the leg that you're standing on is starting to burn. That's what we want. Circling in one direction. And then the other direction, round we go. Still lift, thinking about the core, lifting in, drawing in. Place the foot down. So now we're back in line with the hips. Take the other leg forwards and we go dorsal and plantar flex. Okay, really work through that ankle. Go all the way one way, all the way the other. Getting that nice big movement going on. That's lovely. And then we're going to circle in one direction. And circle in the other direction. Don't go too mad, guys. Don't sort of like whip it around really quick. Kind of just one, 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 and relax. Okay, from there, we're going to come forwards and lift the heels, but I don't want you guys to come up onto a forced arch. You're just going to lift the heels a little bit, just a tiny bit. And as you go back, you're going to lift the whole foot up without toppling. So the pelvis absolutely can't move. We cannot go or like that. Don't do this. Yeah, don't let the pelvis move. So I'm pulling up through here as I take the whole foot off the floor. So then I'm just on the heels, yeah? Forwards and I go just on the heels. So we're actually, by going just onto the heels, and obviously not moving the pelvis, you're working through tibialis anterior, a muscle on the front of the shin that can get a bit weak. So just by pulling the feet that way, we're strengthening that muscle. And the more you do it, the easier it becomes to find your balance. So then you want to sort of think, right, I'm going to suspend it there, rather than think, okay, lift and lower. You're going to try and hold it there for as long as you can before you put them back down again, okay? So you're going to hold and then place it down. You've just got to make sure that you're not cheating. Sometimes we're not cheating on purpose, but we'll find little ways, oh yeah, if I lean forward like that, I can do it. And then I can hold it like that. But actually, you've got to think, right, actually, am I completely lifted so that my stabilizers are working? It's quite hard for me to jabber away and do that and balance. So I'm going to join in with you now. It's just all about that focus. Just looking at something that isn't going to move. That's going to help you. And then relax. Okay, so now you've got your feet underneath your hips, and we're just going to bend the knees and stretch. Bend and stretch. And we're thinking about stretching those tendons, the backs of the legs, the calves, the Achilles. And it's controlled. So I'm not squatting, I'm just coming down and lifting. But control it, control it. We don't just kind of want to go, control, control. Take care of your joints. Pull the core up as you lower, lifting up as you're lowering. Couple more times. Bend and stretch. Sorry, I've got hay fever. Once you start itching your eyeball, you literally can't stop. And I know we're not supposed to touch our faces, but when you've got hay fever, it's really hard to not do that. Let's do one more. Nice. Now we're going to come up, oops, and we're going to just pedal through the feet. So hands by the side of the body, not clinging on. Relax them. Try to keep the pelvis nice and level. So it's not swaying or tilting. It's just staying on that same level. This is connected and the pelvis stays level. 8, 7. Remember, as you land as well, we're not kind of going plonk into it. We're lifting. We're lifting. And relax. Okay, from there, bend your knees and your pelvis is going to move north and south, north and south. Okay, we're just going to rock forwards and back. And the top part of the body doesn't move. We're just getting that lovely little bit of mobility going. And I'm not really squeezing my bottom. I'm just mobilizing. There's no real gripping or squeezing going on. It's just like a gentle rock. And this top half stays still. The knees kind of stay where they are. This is north and south. And now we're going to go east and west, okay? East and west. Just side to side with the hips. Lovely bit of mobility. And then we go around the world. Round we go, all the way around. In one direction. And change direction. Awesome. Okay, from there, put your hands on your rib cage, okay? And you're going to keep the bottom part still. You're just going to move your ribs to the side, to the center, to the side, to the center. Now, this is not me pushing my hips out like that to do that. This doesn't move. If I was to put like something here, and I was to cover from this bit up, so you couldn't see up this bit, you could only see down there, it should look like nothing's happening. So you're just moving the rib cage across, making these obliques work. Let's try it by taking our arms out. Sometimes that's a little bit more helpful, actually. You just have to really feel like your shoulder blades are drawing into your body. 1, 2. And I'm leading with the ribs. The ribs are leading the way. So again, I'm creating space. And this bit down here is working. It's pulling in. That's good. In 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay here, little arm circles. Now, don't lock the elbows out, yeah? Soften the elbows, and you can see I'm doing teeny tiny movements. Think about your posture. Watch we're not just hanging out somewhere. You know, for some people that's a nice comfortable posture. For some people it's that one. Some people it's this one. We get ourselves into weird posture positions. So let's think about anatomically fixing that. So we're in a good position with head over shoulder, over hip, over ankle. Now, soften the ribs. Don't do this one, soften the ribs in. Your arms and shoulders will be starting to burn. We change direction. And it's coming from the shoulder girdle, around the shoulder blades. That's where this movement is coming from. And just little breaths. Now, I know your arms are aching, so we're going to give them a rest. Okay, reach them up to the ceiling, okay, and I just want you to reach one side up. I'm saying side, not arm, okay, because it's this bit that lifts. Then we go to the other side, and we're going to reach one way and the other. But what we're not going to do is like that and like lift and just lift the shoulder and the arm. It's got to come from here. Every single time we do it, every single time, the shoulder has to pull down away from the ear. That's what's important. We're not going to let this shoulder creep up like that. It's this bit that's opening. Breathing. Keeping the core very nicely engaged. We're drawing in our waistline. We're pulling in our belt. And arms open. Just roll those shoulders around a little bit, okay? And then all we're going to do is just swing. Keep the knees a little bit soft. And this should feel just quite nice. You're just wrapping your arms around you. You're letting your eye gaze just kind of go with the body, with the arms. In 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Really, really nice. Let's do some nice roll downs. If you have got any lower back issues when it comes to your discs, if you've got a disc bulge, protruding disc, something like that, okay, or maybe if you've got osteoporosis as well, a full roll down might not work for you. So you might want to stay with a half roll down. And even if you did it against a wall, that works as well. If you were to stand against a wall and put your feet away from the wall, don't jam the feet against the wall, have them 6 inches apart, and you roll down, but you keep your waistline on the wall and roll back up. That's quite a nice one to do for anyone that's got any disc issues. If you don't and your back's healthy, roll downs are lovely. There's no reason not to do roll downs. They're very nice. It's a very nice move to do. So we inhale and we exhale, roll down. You can feel that lovely stretch in the spine. Take a breath in. Exhale, scoop the belly and roll up. Head comes up last. Inhale, exhale down. Inhale at the bottom. Exhale, scoop your belly and roll up. One more, and we're going to stay at the bottom of the roll down. So from there, make sure you're looking at your thighs. Your eyeballs should be on your thighs or your knees or your tummy, not your shins, feet or hands, because otherwise, look at my neck. If I'm not looking at my thighs, look at the position my neck's in, strained. I need to be there. So then, as you bend your knees, lift your belly, scoop your belly in. So I'm not using my back to do it, but if I actually feel like I'm just drawing my tummy muscles in as I bend and I'm creating space, I'm not flopped onto the legs. I've got space between my tummy and my legs and I stretch. So I'm just drawing the belly in. You can, this is my belly relaxed, okay? Now just watch me draw my tummy in. You may not have been able to see that actually, but the point is I didn't go and use my back, yeah? I'm lifting from the front. Just bend and stretch, nice and easy. And then just bend the knees and just hang, like so, okay? But don't let your belly go flop. Draw your tummy muscles in towards your spine. Now lengthen the legs and start to roll up in sequence. Oh, and you get a nice little head rush there as well, which is always lovely. Okay, we're going to lay down to the mat. With you guys, just to come and lay down on your back. Move the sofa out of the way. Okay. All right, guys, come and lay down. Oh, that's nice. Okay, now as you're laying there, just put your arms down by the side of the body, feet to knees hip width. And you know, even just, if you were just to lay like this for 10 minutes a day, it resets the spine, it lengthens your spine, it helps to promote a better posture. You know, if you're doing it in the right position. So if you're thinking, right, knees, ankles and sit bones track the same alignment. The pelvis is in neutral, so that's flat across the top here, little gap underneath the back. Never, never, never push the back into the floor or let it arch up. You need to have just a little gap there, natural curve of the spine. Then your rib cage is just soft, your shoulders are relaxed, your arms are down by the side of your body, and you're looking slightly in front of you. Like, you don't want to have your chin jammed because that would strain the extensors and overflex them. But also, you know, for a lot of us, we've got quite an extension neck and we end up doing this. And that's also detrimental to your posture. So you do want to have your neck lengthened, like so. If you cannot do that, you would get a little something and put it underneath your head. So for example, I could get like this book, it's about that thick, yeah? and I can pop that under my head. And if I'm someone that's got a neck like that, you can see that it's just enough to bring me into the right position. If I choose something that's too big and I end up like that, that's not going to be good either. So you've got to really, it's going to be about the right, probably something like that, I would say. Yeah. Okay, so as you're laying there, I just want you guys to breathe. We're just going to take a moment to breathe, okay? So put your hands on your rib cage. And as you breathe in, breathe down into that bottom part of the lungs. Feel the ribs expand. Really slow. Just give yourself a chance to take in a really slow breath and a really slow out breath. And we're just thinking about that posture, that length in the spine, that expansion. We're avoiding the chest going up into the breath going into the chest. So often we feel like we're taking a nice deep breath in, and what tends to happen is this. And we breathe right up through here, okay, and that's put us into a stressy state. We've got to breathe down into here, okay. I'm going to do one more. Okay, that's good. So, arms down by the side of the body, okay? We're going to do a hip bridge. So I want you guys to roll halfway up, squeeze your bottom, but notice I'm just halfway, I'm not going very high. I'm engaging the shoulder girdle, so I'm not collapsing into the shoulders. Stay just at this level without dipping, and this is where you have to really concentrate. I'm going to ask you guys in a second to lift your right leg, but the right leg is not the leg that's doing the work, it's the left leg. So if I'm going to lift my right leg, I've got to really stabilise with my left leg. So I'm going to do that now. So I have to stabilise the left leg, and then I can pick the foot off the floor gently, but notice it's not very high, and then I place it down. So then if I do the other side, I've got to stabilise my shoulder girdle. I've got to really think about being strong on that right leg, and then I'm going to gently, 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 gently lift that other leg. Place it down, hold it there. So the muscle that's working is the glute on the leg that stays on the floor. That's where the workout is, okay? Let's add a breath. Exhale, lift. Inhale, down. Exhale, lift. Inhale, down. Keep going. Now, it's easy to then sort of get into a bit of a, oh yeah, I'm just going to do that, and I'm going to collapse like that, and just lift that up like that. You've got to think, right, the pelvis cannot move. That's the challenge. So you have to think about it for a good few seconds before you actually lift it. And notice, oh, am I using my arm to push into the floor? Is my neck and head doing anything weird? Yeah, so this is a really good challenge for your glutes if you do it correctly and don't allow yourself to cheat. Let's do one more on each side. And then we roll down. Use the waistline to roll down through the spine. Bring the knees and feet together. Let's have our arms down by the side of the body for this spine twist today to make it a bit more challenging. So 2 feet in one sock. They go over to the side, but the rib cage on this side stays down. As the legs go across, I'm not going to let my body pop up. It's going to stay down. Yeah, my ribs stay down on the floor. Then I'm going to come back to the center using the waistline to draw the legs back in. So I'm going to exhale across. Inhale, come back to the center. Exhale across. Inhale, come back to the center. And we're going to keep going like that. But you're not using your legs, you're using your waistline. So as I come back to the center now, yes, I'm going to press with the bottom leg, but my waistline is going to draw the legs back in. That's the focus. So I'm thinking I'm drawing my waist, using it to draw back in, to bring those legs back in. Keep the shoulder girdle stabilized. Keep reaching those fingertips towards the ankles, lightly pressing your shoulders into the floor. And breathe. Exhale across. Inhale back to the center. Exhale across. Inhale back to the center. Let's do a couple more. Exhale across. Inhale back. Really nice. One more time. Exhale across. And inhale back. Okay, awesome. Have the feet and knees hip width apart. Engage the core. Lift one leg to tabletop. Lift the other leg to tabletop. Okay. Now, knees and feet together touching. Your knees should not be out there. That's going to be a real strain on the back. They need to be just past 90. Yeah, but not curling up. Sometimes I say to people, bring your knees closer, and then people go like that with their hips. The pelvis stays where it is. The sacrum's going to stay where it is. You use your core, you bring the knees in, but the tailbone doesn't move, okay? Knees are together, touching, okay? Flattening in the tummy. We're going to come up into flexion. And I'm going to put my hands by my ankles. If you cannot touch your ankles, all that means is that you're there. And all you need to do is bend the knees more. It's that simple, okay? Now stay in flexion, but there shouldn't be any tension. So relax the shoulders down, scoop your belly in, and notice how low my feet are. So I'm not trying to hold them up there. I'm a little bit pointing them down to the floor. My rib cage is on the floor and my shoulder blades are off, and I'm just looking at my legs. And it should feel like you are working. Okay, we're going to go for a single leg stretch slowly. You hold onto one knee and the other leg stretches out straight. And the pelvis hasn't moved. The belly pulls in flat, the shoulder blades are off, and I'm looking forwards, but I'm not trying to bunch up. I've got my rib cage on the floor, but I'm also not just doing that with my head. My shoulder blades are off. Let's change to the other side and stay. So think about that bottom leg being really strong. Watch it doesn't just flop down to the floor. Sort of on a 45-degree angle. Your neck should not hurt. If your neck's hurting, it's because you're tensing it. Let go a bit, use underneath the armpits. If you pull down underneath the armpits, your neck won't strain. And change. So you're getting stretch. One leg is very much pulling in and the other leg is stretching away from you. Now, if you're feeling like this is a bit too much for you at this point, you could go head on the floor and you could go to little toe taps like this. And that's fine if you need to take that as an option, okay? Otherwise, if you are doing it, we're going to start to go a little bit quicker. And but even though we're going quicker, we're not losing control. And I don't want to see that straight leg just sort of fling. It needs to be controlled. It's like photo finish. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold and roll down. Okay. Brilliant. Well done, guys. Roll onto your tummy. Okay, just come on down. Place your hands and elbows on the floor and your legs are straight behind you, energized. Okay, energize. Draw your tummy in. Now take your arms a little bit wider. So if you were on a mat, you would be wider than the mat, yeah? Your legs are parallel, you're looking at the floor, but you're not collapsing your neck. And your elbows, this is the most important thing that you need to hear. Your elbows are not going to come off of the mats or the floor. You super glue your elbow to the floor, it's not going anywhere. This is the movement that we're going to do. I'm actually going to take this top off because I think you will see better what I'm going to do. This is called the scarecrow, okay? So I'm going to literally just lift my forearm and my elbow stays on the floor. Now for some people that's too much and we end up just getting like the hand or the wrist, or we do something weird like that. Your position of your wrist can't move, so it doesn't matter how high the arms go, as long as the elbows stay down. You can feel it in the mid-back, and your wrist and your hand doesn't change position. So you've got to put your armpits down towards your bottom as you're doing this. Now think about lifting in through your abdominals. So you're drawing your tummy in away from the floor. You've got your pubic bone touching the floor, but the abdominals are lifting. And your shoulder blades are drawing into your back pockets. Make sure you're not sort of pouring the hands or trying to do it from the wrist. It's not about the wrist. Even if you hardly lift the arm, doesn't matter. You're getting them right muscles working. So then you go hand, elbow, elbow, hand, hand, elbow, elbow, hand. When you lift the elbow, guys, don't do this. Okay? You've just got to lift the elbow, but with nothing else changing. So you're stabilizing against that movement. Keep lifting through your tummy. Make sure your neck is not doing anything weird. And a couple more. And last one. Bring the hands in a bit closer and come up into a stretch, a spine stretch. Shoulders away from ears, draw your belly in, reach from the crown of the head to the toes, and as you lower down, keep pulling your elbows towards your hips. We're going to go again. Let's inhale to lift. Everything connecting. Exhale to lower. And it's your eye gaze that goes forwards, but do not tip your chin up. Open through the collarbone. Feel your shoulder blades. Draw down into your back pockets. And remember to breathe. We're going to inhale as we lift. And then we're going to exhale to lower. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale, reach it away. Exhale, lower. Let's do that 1 more time, guys. Inhale, reach away. Exhale, coming down. And then go back into a bit of a shell stretch. And release. Okay, lovely. Okay, well done. Come and sit on your bottom. Take the legs out straight. You can bend them if you need to, or you can sit on a little block if that's better. You just don't want to be there. Okay, this is not a good position, or there. Sometimes people go, no, I can do it, I can, and it's still really tight here, there's no point. Just get to a point where you're up, lengthening. Okay, lift your arms into the air and open out to the side without this knee bending up more than that one. Keep the legs the same. Even if they're both bending, they have to do the same thing. Then we lift and we open the other way. And I want you to reach and keep going side to side. I want you to think about both arms reaching in opposite directions. As the arms come up, you are pulling your shoulders away from your ears. You're getting that expansion in your chest. And both arms are very much reaching in opposite directions. Can you think about the opposite side of your pelvis anchoring down? So as I'm reaching out, I'm making sure that I've got even pressure on both sides. Now, watch this doesn't happen. As the arms open, you lift. So the counter force is that you lift the sternum as the arms open and come down. And we breathe. Gorgeous. Your eye gaze just follows the fingertips back. One more in each direction. Keep the core engaged. Place your hands on your legs. Inhale, head nod. Exhale, scoop and go over. Like you're rolling over a barrel. Do not collapse onto your legs, okay? Scoop the belly in. Then you roll back up and sit tall. Inhale, head nod. Exhale, scoop the belly, over we go. Inhale. Exhale, scoop and roll back up. Stacking up one bone on top of the other. Inhale, head nod. Exhale, scoop the belly as you reach forwards. Inhale, exhale, rolling back up, relax those shoulders. And one more, take a breath in and then exhale, over we go. Inhale and exhale, lift. And sit tall. Okay, from there, just cross one leg over. Can you see? I've just crossed that one there. Yeah, and then all I'm going to do is just reach forwards. I'm just reaching over. Yes, that foot does dig into the thigh a little bit. That will feel a little bit painful, shall we say. If you find it hard to get your foot on your leg like that, you could actually just have it in, like not on the leg. If that's better for you. Yeah, sometimes that's a bit awkward for some people to get into. We're just stretching over. Okay, lovely. Let's try the other side. So, you know, yeah, you can choose to have it next to the thigh if you need to. Otherwise, we're there. And you'll probably find one side feels easier. This is my stronger side, so therefore it's not as flexible. You'll probably find that the side that you're stronger on, it's the muscles are a bit more contracted, so they're working harder, so it's a little bit less flexibility. And just breathe, yeah, just breathe. Well done, guys. I need a pedicure. I'm looking down at my feet and the skin resembles like an elephant. This is not good. I need one of those pumice stones or something. Yeah. Not good. Right, rolling up. Sorry, sharing is caring. Okay, so well done, guys. Just come to 4-point kneeling. Okay, let's just focus on the lumbar spine rounding, not the upper back. Okay, if I'm gonna tuck this in. You can see me moving better. Okay, so basically, when you're in this position, a normal cat stretch, we would round the whole back. I want you guys just to roll through the lumbar. So try not to let the top part of the body move. Can you see? I'm stable. I'm not sinking down here, I'm lifting up, but I'm just scooping up through the tummy, the lower tummy, and then back out. And my upper back doesn't move. So I want to feel like it's concave down here, like it's being scooped out. And that's where the activation is coming from here. It's like scooping. Yeah, keep going, guys. I'm just gonna move that, and then this might be easier for you to see actually. Okay, so yeah, what I don't want to do is use my back to sort of go. This is me doing my back. Yeah, I'm sort of pushing with the back. However, I'm now going to think about pubic bone drawing to belly button, and this is the bit I'm going to think about. And instead of going, I'm going to now, can you see the difference? Yeah. So the difference is, this is me going push, and I need to go scoop. I haven't even tried to move my back, I'm just pulling in. And then it starts to all happen. And then I'm using my transverse abdominis and pelvic floor rather than just moving the back position. I'm actually using those deep core muscles, and I can feel actually that the pelvic floor is lifting. You might not get this right this very second, but this is a good one to practice because it's getting you using the right muscles. So I just pull in the band first. You can see I'm not even going to move my back. Watch me just pull my tummy in. Yeah. And that's not me sucking in up here. I'm just pulling in from there. Pubic bone lifts. And then I go into the round. And back out. It's a really nice one to get your lumbar spine. Get some freedom in the lumbar spine, because you know the bottom part of the back, the bit that is very stiff in most people, and it gets very jammed. So, and sometimes when we just do this one, we end up just pushing through the thoracic, and it's very easy to flex the thoracic, and this bit often doesn't really do anything. The whole thing's just moved. But if we can try and get that little bit of segmental control, then we're going to find that we've got more freedom of movement in that lumbar spine. Okay, guys, that is your last one. We're going to stand up to finish, okay? The sun's coming out. It's very windy out there where I am, but it's quite sunny, which is nice. Okay, so feet under the hips, and I just want you to roll. And I don't want you to think, right, I just want you to just easy. Easy, just roll them around. Roll them around. Easy, easy, easy. Hands on shoulders. Lovely. Easy, easy, easy. Big arm circles. Keeping our posture. Watching out for lampshades and things like that. Taking the arms out and back in. And I'm not like arching my back, I'm just going to where I can get a stretch. So for probably most people it's there, you're going to feel a big stretch, okay? Just wherever it feels good, getting that stretch through the pectoral muscles. And this time wrap them around back, clasp your hands together and pull the arms away, okay? Now, lift up as high as you can. If it feels good to do this, come over. Look down between the legs. Don't do that with your neck. Look in and just let the arms go to where they feel like that is a good place for them to go. Just let them hang. Imagine there's like a weight, a kettlebell hanging off your hands going down to the floor. Now unclasp them, let them drop. If you can, put your feet under your hands under your feet in like a gorilla pose. Yeah. Hold it there. And then try and stretch the legs out a bit. Feel that nice stretch in the hamstrings. Keep the core engaged, lift the tummy off the legs. Okay, guys, let go of the hands and feet and roll up. Take an enormous deep breath into the body. Exhale. And again, breathe in. And breathing out. And give yourselves a clap. Bravo, guys. Well done. Hope you enjoyed that. I will see you on the next class. Stay safe, stay well. Stay safe and stay well. Tongue twisted there. Bye-bye.